This is part 228. This is line 19. It has 3 videos with it, okay? They all go together, so you want to start with number A. And unfortunately, my camera seems to be blurry today. Line 19A, 6B, alpha, x to the power of 0.3333 GaAs, single crystals, arsenic alloys, UFO 5G Wow Seti. Again, the UFO 5G means there's a formula that has something to do with either the jet propulsion or the fuels, or something to do with the movement of this UFO engine that we want to build. So here's the Wow Seti alien radio signal. There's the equation, and there's the answers to it. So I Googled those 2 answers to find these keywords, okay? So I'm going to Google photoelectric emission from line 19A, 6A. We covered that in the first video, and now we're going to the second one to find out what it means. So this is what came up for the graph. It's a low energy phenomena, photoelectric effect, mid energy phenomena, Compton scattering, high energy phenomena, pair production. Again, with the scattering, we were talking about scattering with the neutrinos and how to get them to go with the speed of light. Okay, so this is from Wiki. In the photoelectric effect, electrons are emitted from matter, metals and non-metallic solids, liquids or gases, as a consequence of their absorption of energy from electromagnetic radiation of very short wavelength, such as a visible or ultraviolet radiation. Electrons emitted in this matter may be referred to as photoelectrons. First observed by Heinrich Hertz in 1887. The phenomenon is also known as the Hertz effect, although the latter term has fallen out of general use. Hertz observed and then showed the electrodes illuminated with ultraviolet light create electric sparks more easily. Now, when we were doing the neutrino experiments, they were putting mineral oil on the neutrinos and then running them in with these photoelectric tubes, and they were looking at the sparks to gauge some data from it. So and that was with Janet Conrad. So that's in an earlier video. Okay. So the photoelectric effect requires photons with energies from a few electron volts, that's mentioned before, to over 1 MeV in high atomic number elements. That's mentioned before as well. When I say it's mentioned before, it means in the earlier videos, because we started from line 1 and now I'm up to line 19. There's 27 lines altogether. So we're going to study of the photoelectric effect led to important steps in understanding the quantum nature of light in electrons and influenced the formation of the concept of wave-particle duality. Other phenomena where light affects the movement of electric charges include the photoconductive effect, also known as photoconductivity or photoresistivity, the photovoltaic effect, and the photoelectrochemical effect. And this is from Wiki. So May 14th, 2012 was when I was working on this particular lens, and today is June 7th. So my thoughts. When I read photoelectric electrodes, or the Hertz effect, are illuminated with ultraviolet lights, create sparks, that is what they needed to see the small particles of matter. These tiny particles spin during the neutrino collisions at CERN and other observatories, along with Janet Conrad's research with the Mini Boon experiment. Gallium arsenide, GaAs, is a compound semiconductor, a mixture of 2 elements, gallium Ga and arsenic As. And that's from photovoltaicssandia.gov documents. This is the GaAs. Layers are grown via one of 2 popular techniques, molecular beam epexy, MBE, or metal organic chemical vapor deposition, MOCVD. So it says H2 carrier H3 input, ASH3 input, H2 carrier trimethyl input, injector tube, substrate, heater coil to vent, thermocouple, graphite susceptor, reactor tube, dopant input. That's what it says on there. See? Now H3, it comes up in an earlier video. Heater coils, reactor tubes, all these things are mentioned earlier. Also a molecular beam, we come up with a neutrino beam. An MBE, a heated substrate wafer. We also came up with wafers. They were obsidian wafers. Heated up substrate wafer is exposed to gas phase atoms of gallium and arsenic. Arsenic comes up with most of the alien things that we find that are alien to Earth. They have arsenic in them. that condense on the wafer to contact and grow the thin GaAs film. An MOCVD, a heated substrate, is exposed to gas phase organic molecules containing gallium and arsenic, which react under the high temperatures, freeing gallium and arsenic atoms to adhere to the substrate. In both of these techniques, single crystals GaAs layers grow especially, that is, the new atoms deposited on the substrate. That shouldn't be together. Continue the same crystal lattice structure as the substrate, with few disturbances in the atomic ordering. This controlled growth results in a high degree of crystallinity and in high cell efficiency. May 14th, 2012. Another thing to look at in this article is this. For example, one of the most common GaAs cell structures uses a very thin window layer of aluminum gallium arsenide. The thin dimension of the layer allows charge carriers to be created close to the electric field at the junction. And that's photovoltaicssandia.gov. It's a document about arsenide solar cells. So May 14, 2012, my thoughts. As soon as I read this, it confirms an earlier thought. Arsenic is found in the ancient Atlantis volcano vents that are over 3,000 years old and in alien DNA proteins. Where alien artifacts have been discovered, arsenic is one of the things found close by. Interesting. I wonder if it has an unknown use as an alloy in metals. Maybe if you mix it in with your metals, it'll make your metals able to withstand more heat. And I was listening to your Mars thing there yesterday. Venus is closer to us than Mars, and you want to go there, but you need to develop something that can land or go close enough to this hot surface without melting. Maybe this is your key. See if you can add arsenic into your alloys. And the alloys that came up earlier were lithium and beryl something, I forget. When I do the cross-referencing, I'll bring up the different formulas. I'm going to be putting all the formulas together and the different keywords to see what we come up with, okay? So we're going to Google arsenic alloys, lead arsenic alloy. This is what came up, HS code 78019900000. It's from www.cheshumetal.com. Copper arsenic alloy, this came up. HS code 740500000. It's arsenic. There's the different readings for it. Packing an iron or fiberboard case, 700 Gs net. This is used for electricity and condensate pipe. You got arsenic trioxide coming up. So I have a feeling you're going to mix these three together or do something with them. Hazard class 6.1. That's very hazardous though. The white crystal powered. Used in glass, CCA, pesticide, wood preservation. So you could mix it in with your that bio stuff, glass. Ugh, I'm getting brain's not working today. Okay, so May 14, 2012. Obsidian glass. That's what I'm thinking of. The obsidian glass that we were going to use for the mirrors, for the space elevator, and for your different satellites. I wonder if you can mix your arsenide trioxide in with it to make it stronger. And it preserves wood, so. May 14, 2012. My thoughts. Arsenic trioxide is used in glass and wood preservation. So if we do this. Okay, here's a new formula for you. Take your arsenic trioxide, add your obsidian glass, plus the preservation, plus copper arsenic alloy, plus generate electricity, plus wind vector power rockets, plus aluminum gallium arsenide, plus condensate pipe research words. I wonder what we'll get. Another keyword pops out at me. Google condensate pipe, because I didn't know what it was. So it comes up with pipe sizing from Engineering Toolbox. Okay, I'm running out of power here. So there's the keywords: pressure loss, velocity, capacity, cold weather, condensate pipe, and your boiler can freeze. So a condensate pipe can withstand extreme cold temperatures. And then it says there are O-rings on rocket jets, so this stands out. There's a data calculator for power pump estimation wizard, system curve wizard, flow estimation wizard, and stop frost came up. And these notes will be blogged on the Victoria Stafford WordPress, on WordPress. Victoria Stafford Psych Investigation. You can look at the notes there, okay? So stop frost is something that came up here. Pump power estimates wizard, system curve wizard, flow estimate wizard. And of course there's going to be a third. Actually, this is the last video for line 19. Okay? So this is line 19A6B. There's line 19A6A and